everybody. So I'm late in posting this Margarete Miller this week because I actually did this on Monday and I disliked it so much that I'm redoing it today in a different. So here's what I did on Monday. I don't know why. I don't care for it. It's just sort of random. Maybe that was it. I don't know. It's like I go, I hate it. And then I go, well, I don't hate it that much. And then I'm like, so I'm going to redo it. Same prompts, different photos, different things. See if this one goes over better with myself. The colors are so dull and the grays and the browns, and I really liked this paper and then I just covered it, and I'm feeling kind of lame that I did that. And I liked the idea of these, but I didn't line them up, and I don't know. I just seem to be not at my best on Monday. So we're still going to do the same prompts. So starting again, graph paper. I went white. I want some brighter colors. I mean, a lot of these prompts ask you to use vintage this, vintage that, which oftentimes are off-white, and I love white. I like crisp, clean white. I like vintage too, but sometimes I get tired of looking at just vintage. Anyway, so this is kind of a funny ladder I'm using because the first prompt is a ladder or steps. And this is the ladder I'm going to use on my page. This is actually a picture of a hamster ladder, but it reminds me of like a ladder you would climb on a ship, and my theme is kind of ocean, beach at this point. So that's my ladder. Aged or discolored paper. It also falls under graph. I have this vintagey looking graph paper. I mean, this is graph paper, but I'm also going to use this vintagey paper because it goes nicely with the blues and the yellows because it's got the same blue. Can you even see that? No. I'm showing it the other place. Oh my goodness. You know, it's got the same blues as the paper. Something reflective. This time I'm using this picture. It's out of a book. Might be about birds. I don't remember. No, it's artwork. But it's artwork about birds. And so you can see in the water reflective of the birds. A quote or a line or text from poem. I'm going to still use the same quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson. And it says, live in the sunshine, swim in the sea, drink the wild air. Because again, I'm kind of doing an ocean theme. A photograph of a crowded place. This is a crowded beach that I'm using. Let's get it going here. Yeah, I'm going to put both of them in the book that I'm keeping for this, and I'll just write that this is the second attempt at this. There have been other times where I haven't liked maybe the collage that well, but this one was like, I don't know, I just thought it was so dull looking. And I just wanted something different. So I had kind of worked this out in the beginning. And I'll just put some glue under that one. Anyway, anyone else doing this project and feel this way sometimes? That it's just not what you were expecting? I know some of the people I follow have been like, oh, not my favorite. And this was just so much not my favorite. And I really hated how dark and dull the colors looked on it. That I'm redoing it. Sorry, I'm trying to just set it up how I had it so that how I laid it out. So let me put this on here so that I know so I can lay it down. There, I was like, I couldn't remember where I had it. And then I have this one under here, just for the 1, 2, 3. I just like these colors better. I thought the quote fit better. What started me on this was I found this bird art. And I was like, oh, reflective. I should have used that on my page. And so I said, you know what? I still can. I love doing these challenges. I love trying to track things down, but sometimes what I track down just is not great. Doesn't appeal to me. I think it was just like I said, it was the dull colors. I just thought, ugh. You know, a vintage theme one, sure, it'd be fine if it was those colors, but this was like nothing other than this discolored piece of paper, which could have been discolored any color. Aged or discolored, that was the only thing. So I have a little bit of that. And I think it fits in nicely with the yellow, and that's all good. But I wanted it to be a little bit cleaner. And so, this will be the one that's posted on my channel. You won't even see me do the other one because I'm not going to post that one. It was... I felt like it was a real hot mess when I did it. I felt like a little bit of a hot mess. And I ended up having a mild case of food poisoning. And I'm wondering if I was just sort of not feeling things that day in general. Kind of took me out for a day. I'm just kind of now back into it. Plus, it was my 6-month checkup at my doctor, and everything was going great. Blood pressure is good. I'm feeling better. I always like a doctor's visit that goes well. See, this just seems more me. And by that, I mean crooked. It's okay, though. I just need a little bit on this one up here. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to trash the other one. I think it's important to have things that you don't like in there, but I didn't really want to post it to my YouTube channel looking all gross like it did. So I feel like this should be torn a little or something. There, I kind of like that. I don't know, there was something about that point that I didn't like. Okay, so we have a ladder or steps, aged or discolored paper. That's this old scrapbooking paper. That's also graph paper. Something reflective. These birds are reflective. And what's neat is that this painting was done just a few miles from here, of an area, a slough that's near us. Which, it's kind of a random book of art. So it was interesting that the picture I chose was actually from my area. A quote or line from a poem. I did the Ralph Waldo Emerson one. A photograph of a crowded place. That's a beach filled with people. And then graph paper. Well, that's here and here and here and there. And the blue paper is just to add to the, I liked the yellow with the yellow here and yellow and blue here. So I tore this because I felt like, but I feel like it kind of almost needs something there. So maybe I will figure out something to put there. Or maybe I'll leave it. It still seems a little bit like it's sticking up. So, yeah. There. Okay. That's it. I like it better. It's lighter. It feels better. This is the other one. I don't know. There was just too much dullness to this one. I like this one better. All right. As always, thank you for watching. Please do, like or comment, follow me. Any questions you have, I'm always happy to answer. Let me know if you like this one better than this one. I just think this one looks more put together. And like I said, they'll both go into the book I'm keeping these in. And I'll just make a note on the back of this one. So yeah. See you later. Thank you so much for joining me.